This is Danny with QuadLugs, and we're going to be installing the Naza Lite, the Naza M Lite on your box quad, along with GPS. So let's get started. Here you have your box quad. It's been already built. Here we put a hole into this area right here, and this is going to be for our GPS puck. And it's about, to the center of this hole is about 2.5 from the back, 2.5 inches. This way, about 3.25 this way. And then we're going to make this hole about a 1/2 inch by, 1/8 inch or so. And then next we're going to put this in, and of course you can change this. This is just where I did it. Here is about 3/4 inch from here to here, and again about a 1/2 inch long, about an 1/8 inch this way, and about a 1/8 inch or so from the bottom. This is one of the newer boxes. If your box does not have these holes here, let me give you some measurements for that. And here we're going to be drilling, like a 1/8 inch hole when we do drill it. Now our newer boxes, I guess, for the last 6 or 8 months have these. But if you have one of the older boxes, without, of course, you can drill that. And again, from the outside of the box, what is that, about 1 3/4 this way, and this way about 2 3/4, and these are 30 millimeters apart. Okay, that way and that way. Here's our screws. This is going to be for our ESC and our controller, or the Naza. So I'm putting a washer on. And I'm just doing this number. Washers again. Okay, we got all those on. Let's put some spacers on. And again, this comes, if you order the kit from us, you'll get these spacers. If not, let's see what they are. These are all M3 screws, by the way. And I think these are 8 millimeters. So the spacers are 8 millimeters long. This is our ESC, and you'll have to solder your plug on, your battery plug on. This is part of the Naza. The Naza comes with this, or this comes with the Naza. We will solder a plus and minus, or your positive and negative, onto the board. This will not be soldered on. This will not be soldered on. Everything else will be, unless you want us to do it. And of course, when you order it, just let us know and we'll do that for you. So we can go ahead and install this. And of course, it fits on this 30 by 30 millimeter spacing. Okay, and then you'll have another set of spacers. They're also 8 millimeter. Then you'll get this piece. tell you what, before we do that, this also comes with the ESC. We do not need the positive or the red. So let's go ahead and take that out. Okay. And let's take it out of here. You just lift up on the tab and they pull out. I normally save those just in case. And this far red one here, we want to take that out too. This is a V-bat. We're not going to use it on this. Once again, save it in case you ever want to put it back on. Okay. And let's go ahead and, I guess, put this on before we get too far. You can always do it after, it's just easier to do it now. This only goes on one way. You'll see that these are down low, up toward that way. And we'll make sure this is the same. So if it doesn't go in when you put it in, don't force it, just turn it around and you'll see that it went right in. Now let's put our spacers back on. And we furnish also with this kit. Nuts for it. This is the easiest way to put them on. Just hold the nut with your finger and you know, screw it in with the Phillips driver. Okay, we have these tightened up and you'll see that it's not moving. Really hard to, and that's how you want it. If this moves with you, you don't want that because the controller is going to be moving, and if the controller moves, or the, you know, the flight controller, then it's not going to fly right. So you want to tighten these up well, and you'll see they're good. After they're tightened, you'll see that some of the screw is sticking up above the nut, and that's the way it's supposed to be. That means it's really tight, and what you want to do is go ahead and cut that off. So when you're done, it'll be flush with the nut. And let me get these and then I'll kind of show you up close on the last one. Make sure you're you know, got something over the pieces so it doesn't hit you in the face. So you can see that this is the screw is sticking up above this platform. You want it to be flush. Okay, so just get your side cutters, your wire cutters, and you'll see now it's flush. Nothing should be sticking up above that. Okay, let's go ahead and run our wires through to each motor. Okay, we'll plug them into the motor a little bit later. Okay, if you look at your ESC where we connected the wires, that's this area right here. So this is going to be ESC 4. Let me just do this. We'll do motor ESC 1, 2, 3, 4 on the motor. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 1 is going to ES2, ESC2. 2 is going to ESC4. 3 is going to ESC3. Motor 4 will be going to ESC number 1. Okay, that way we know how to hook these up to the Naza controller. Okay, so this component here, we're just going to bed it down right here. Okay. These pads come with your Naza controller. And we're just going to use one of these. They hold on, or they work very well. Okay, so we're just going to pass this through here to make it look neat. And we're going to place it there. And this wire will go that way. It'll be out of the way. Okay, let's go ahead and we'll put our LED. This is going to go through this hole that we cut in a while back. And you'll see it goes right above the wood. Okay. And once again, we're going to install it right there. Now you can do it this way, it won't hurt. And you know, I think I'm going to do it this way because this is where we connect to the USB. And we'll just put it this way. We should have another one of these little square ones. Put it here. And there we go. Make it look nice and neat. The controller itself, it's directional, and you'll see this little arrow right here. It's facing forward. That's the direction of flight. This is your front, this is your back, and we're facing toward the front. So we're going to wire in the Naza controller, and 1, 2, 3, 4, that's the motors, and the signal is going to be on the very bottom side here. You can see here, negative, positive, signals on the bottom. Motor 1, 2, 3, 4. So motor number 1 goes to ESC2. And let's make sure that we're on the right wire here. So you notice here, first white wire is ESC1, then 2, then 3, then 4. So this is your second white wire. And this is motor number 1 on the controller. Motor number 2 is 4, ESC 4, and this is 4. And there we go. Motor number 3 is going to ESC 3, and this is the ESC 3. Motor number 4 is going to ESC 1, and that's this one. And here, you remember if you remember, we took out the power wire. We still left the ground and the signal, so it's going to go on just like this. And there we go. So that's exactly how it's going to look. And we'll lightly twist. I'm going to hold these wires here. Hold these wires and just kind of twist them a little bit. Real light or easy. And make it look a little bit nice. Okay. And again, arrow forward. And that's going to go like that. Let's go ahead and get another one of these pads. You can see I had one on here already. Actually, I had it on another box quad. Okay. And we'll kind of line this up. You want to make, as best you can, keep this straight this way. Don't have it turned this way or this way very much. So do as best you can to line it up. And then press it down. You can hold it on the bottom with your hand here. And push. There. And we're on there really good. You want this to be on there good. If it, you know, is not, then it's definitely not going to fly good. Okay, and you can see that it's lined up this way. Yeah. And we'll do a little wire management, as I call it here, make it look nice. Because your battery is going to go right here, so you want everything looking as neat as you can. These go in one way. So if you try to put it in, it doesn't go. Turn around, push it easy, and you'll see that it slides in. This is going to go to LED. And once again, and we'll finish our wire management up a little bit later. And you want your power module on X3. Right there. It's going to be the far one over. And again, the brown wire goes on top. You'll see here, the power module is all the way to the right, X3. Your receiver, and we're going to tuck this away in here, and we'll put a pad to hold it down, a sticky pad. Here again, brown is going to be to the top, and that's going to X2. Let's take this off just to make it a little bit easier for right now. Okay. So receiver X2, power module X3. And let's go ahead and put us a sticky pad down. I just hold it in place. Now your receiver may be different. If you need any help with that, obviously let me know and I'll help you as much as I can. Here we're using a Turnigy, and this is the receiver we're using. And we'll go over that in a little bit because the next video we're going to set up on the computer the controller and take a quick look at the transmitter that we're using. Okay, and again, here in a little bit we'll finish up wire management. The LED here, so this one is going to go to LED here. You can see here and here. One says LED. This one says is where the GPS is going to be going. The GPS puck. So let's go ahead and that's in these top wires. You'll see them there. Here. Our top connector. Let's turn it around. There. Okay. Next, this is a GPS puck. And we had made this hole in here earlier. This goes here on this side on top. Just like that. Once again, we'll do the wire management in a little bit. Now let's go ahead and fasten this down. And this also is directional. See the arrow here? Flight. Direction of flight. That way. Front. There's the arrow facing that way. You don't want it this way, you don't want it this way, you don't want it that way. You want it this way and you want it fairly, you know, in line with it here. You don't want it like that or like that. You know, fairly straight up. And we'll use this. Now, whenever I get ready to put this on, I may be out of the frame of the camera, but like I said, I'm going to try to line this up. Okay. We'll put some pressure underneath the lid, like that. And we'll push down on it. And let's see. It really holds well too. And that's it there. It's a little bit over to the right. Let's see. Much better. Still a little bit actually. Okay, that's better. Better we do, the better it's going to fly. So all the components now are installed. Like I was saying, after a while, we'll do some wire management because the battery, like I was saying, is going to go right in here. So we'll set this up to where we have room to where the battery can slide in easily. But right now, that's all your components. We'll arrange our antennas, one this way and one that way. I'll do that in a minute. I'll do the wire management and I'll connect the motor wires together. So the next step, We're going to go ahead and put it on the computer. We'll check rotation. We'll go through the computer setup. And we'll be getting really close to flying it. This is Denny with QuadLugs. We'll see you next time.